I am officially live. Officially fucking live. Like, I'm literally live. Okay. I'm gonna wait for people to get in here. We could discuss it. Girl, I'm ready to talk about this shit. Ready to talk about Lestat. Anybody could say what they want to say in the comments. Just ask me anything and we could fucking discuss it. Cause I'm waiting for one of my peoples to head over here. And then we could really get into some things. Let me just say hi in the chat. So hi. Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 everybody. Bro, season 3 about to be fire as fuck. Season 3 is about to be fire as hell. Especially the way they promoting this bitch. They promoted this snippet of Lestat more than they did the other two fucking seasons. So that should let everybody know that this is the season that is going to be where the flame really starts fucking flaming. Okay? If anybody want to know my thoughts and anybody want to say what they feel about the fucking snippet, y'all can put it in the comments and we can just really get this dialogue fucking going cuz I'm excited. Like cuz I'm so excited. This shit is crazy. Like it was just good down to the necklace replicating the fact that his neck was slit down to him having being pissed off at Daniel Malloy and fucking hating Daniel Malloy because this book is a number one seller. Like, come on now. Come on. Like, it's fire. Down to the outfit. And speaking of the outfit, I heard a lot of people did not like the fact that they felt like Sam looked it washed out and they didn't like his look. But this is the look of someone who has literally been like this is the look of somebody who has lived in squalor and poverty for the last fucking whatchamacallit 77 years. So of course Lestat looks fucking off. You know what I mean? People was talking about they didn't like his look or they didn't think he looked good. I see 4 people watching. Y'all like Lestat's look? Y'all like the way he looked? Because a lot of people didn't. They felt like he looked off, and he did look off. Like he's not back with Louis. He has been living in squalor for the past 77 years, and then now he has a book with all of his faults and all of his heartache and all of his mistakes thrown back at his face. He's not okay. He's not okay. He's irritated. He's angry. He's upset. And he's most likely hated. He's hated. You know what I mean? So yeah, this shit's about to be some tea. And then you have Daniel, who is Armand's fledgling. He don't like Armand, don't care for fucking Armand, and Lestat's very codependent. So like you have this person who is surrounded by a bunch of people, but is extremely isolated in everything. In everything that he fucking do, he's very isolated. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like, how is it that you're surrounded by people, but you never been more alone? You have you're adored by everybody and everything, but yet you're still alone. You still don't have the validation or the love that you really crave, which is affection, which is love, which is real love. You have admiration, you have lust, you have people who admire you, but Lestat, hey Nicole, hey, we're talking about Lestat. We're talking about Lestat, and we're talking about what did you feel about? How did you feel about the snippet? How did you feel about season 1? How did you feel about season 2? Like, we're talking about everything Interview with the Vampire and a little bit of book spoilers. Do not spoil me, for real. We're talking about Lestat. We're talking about how Lestat has all this admiration from his fans. He has admiration from everybody else, but yet at the end of the day, he's still lonely. He's my fave. Yeah, girl. He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat. And not only is he gonna eat, he's going to fuck through it. He's going through it. Like, I won't spoil. I'm reading the last few pages of the Vampire Lestat. Girl, this season about to eat. This season about to eat. Down to the little slutty waist, down to the little crop top, the little pom-pom sleeves. He was really he was eating you bitches up. And he was not here for any of Daniel's fucking shenanigans, because he don't fuck with Daniel after he put out this book. Like, the worst thing you can do to a narcissist is expose their narcissism, is expose their pathology and their flaws, to put it on Front Street. And then not only that, you, my ex man, who literally just forgiven me, I found out that he and his other man had wrote a whole entire book bashing me and throwing all of my flaws and all of my insecurities back at my fucking face. Like, y'all have my worst moments in this book, and I'm just supposed to be okay. I love that he looks so damn good. I love that he can't stand Daniel. Absolutely. That shit is so funny to me. That shit is so funny. He was in the parking lot. He been in the parking lot. And then wouldn't come inside. Everybody like, where he at? We see his car. He here. Let's start in the parking lot, fucking and eating. Fucking and eating. He came in with an attitude. Like, I already don't like you, but now I have to do damage control because y'all done fuck me over. And I can't kill you because you Louis friend, but at the same time you're Armand's fledgling, and Armand took my fucking fledgling. So now I really want to slit your fucking throat. So it's giving all the things. When he lifted that finger and started choking the fuck out of Daniel from a distance, I said, "Oh, we have a show." I said, "We have a fucking show." There's no way. When he lifted up that finger and he was like, "Don't start with me. Do you like this book? Bitch, you know I don't like the book. Why would you even ask me that?" And then you're going to have this gauntlet, this gaudy, over the top, dramatic gauntlet, this vampire, aristocrat, Victorian gauntlet. Like, bitch, you're trying to be tacky and you're playing in my face. You're playing in my face. Give me a regular fucking cup. You're playing in my fucking face. Like, now you're playing with me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You said Lestat is just all attitude, and I love it. Absolutely, yes, yes. He saw that gauntlet, and he said, "Bitch, this Victorian era fucking gauntlet." He said, "Oh, bitch, you're really playing with me. You're playing with me, and you're trying to be funny." He said, there's a gauntlet on the table, and then Daniel's gonna be like, oh, you don't like the gauntlet? No, bitch, you're trying to play in my face because you know I'm old, and you're trying to call me an old bitch. Get that shit out of my face. And then you got this, and then he like, bitch, the cameraman dehydrated, and then the dude was like, oh, let's stop. Do you remember me? We worked on such and such. He said, bitch, I don't know you. I don't know you. I'm over it. I just read this fucking book. Me and Louis ain't together. Armand is still on the loose. And y'all done put out this whole propaganda while y'all know that my career about to take off. Y'all done sabotage me before my career took the fuck off. What Nicole said, he is the Brad Prince. He doesn't take criticism well. Who would be a fan cast for Akasha? I don't know who I would have. See, I was thinking, okay, well, she's going to be a black woman. But then I was like, what if she's Arabic? We can do like an Arabic girl with like a head wrap. I would eat that up. Like an Arabic, like somebody of color, like an Egyptian Arabic girl. I don't know. Like who could pull that off? To be honest, I would take Missandei from Game of Thrones. I would love to see her and Jacob back on my screen together. That's a hard question. Yep. I know, it's so hard to imagine anybody but Aaliyah as Akasha. Yeah, I love Aaliyah down. She did her best, even though she had that whatchamacallit. Aaliyah did her best, even though she had that little British accent. She looks so good, stunning, brown. Love it. Long hair, just pretty. She had that perfect balance of masculine and feminine energy. So, like, if we're going to have like we need a woman who's masculine and feminine, like who can bury those both dualities that give us a little bit of bi. Like, I like girls. I'm the queen. I'm dominant, but I'm feminine and on my womanly glory. We need somebody who has that type of energy. And the first person I could think of is Zendaya, but Zendaya can't do an accent. And I want her to be black or Egyptian or Arabic. And if she's Arabic, I want her to do like the eyeshadow. I want her to have the head wrap, the scarf. I want her to be covered. I want her to be tan. I want her to have like the mysterious eyes. I would love me a little Arabic girl. We need more Arabic women in media, and we need them to be the star. We need them to be like the main cast. Oh my God, Fire Spun, my girl. Let me tell you something. She is my internet friend, and let me tell y'all, we have been talking about this show as it was coming out, girl. We was in the comments back and forth. Like, she means a lot to me. She has like, we done go back and forth. Like, she has altered my opinion. I have altered her. Sometimes we go back and forth. Love her down. Thank you for coming. Okay. It says I'm an Arabic girl and Egyptian too. Love that. We need that. We need more Egyptian girlies. Listen, that's so true. If I went to work. Oh my God, you can watch the replay, but you know, I'm always interacting in the comments, so just comment. Like, you know, I cast Rihanna as Akasha. I love Rihanna, but can she act? Can Rihanna act? Rihanna is that girl, but she's also losing her accent as well. And speaking of losing their accent, Sam played Lestat in the 21st century as his accent was more Americanized. I don't know if y'all caught it. It was giving, I'm French, but I'm French American. Kind of like when Jacob, when his Louisiana, when he was talking to Daniel in present day, it was more refined. This is how you know that these are actors, like they act. They fucking act. What it says? Hold on, I'm missing comments. It said we need more Arabic girls, but I'm too light. It's okay, girl. It's okay. Tyler gives me Aaliyah vibes, but I don't know if she's an actress, but a true Arabic. Yes. I want one of the others. Thanks, girl. You're so sweet. Love you down. It says I gotta go to work soon, but I'm gonna stay for another few minutes. Please save this. What it said, Aaliyah was not a professional actress either, but she did amazing. She did do good. She was the best actor in the show, in the movie. But that British accent, I wanted her. She needs to like really like hone in on where she's at. Like she needs to like really perfect that. But she did. She really did eat, and you could tell she really did care about what she was doing. She was amazing. Yeah, she was. I can see Tyler as Akasha. I can too. And I think she's young because isn't Akasha supposed to be real young in the books? Isn't she like young? Isn't she kind of like Claudia in a way of like being like destructive? See, this is what I come about like when it comes around to like Lestat, like Nikki, like Louis reminds him of Nikki, and then we can have Akasha reminding him of Claudia. Like it could be like a duality there. Let me see what it says. I think Rihanna could do it, but that's my opinion. I don't think she would be casted though. If they gonna cast someone else, they would have to pay Rihanna a lot of fucking money to be in this show. They would have to. She would be the same age. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, but the way the cast and the crew hyping up Akasha had me thinking they already cast her. They could already cast her. They could have already casted her. Like yeah, but yeah, like season 3 is gonna be something else. It's just really gonna be something else because Armand, because I want to hear the real story about Lestat and Armand. We need that. He over there telling Daniel, what the fuck he said? He said that he told Daniel that he was one of like Magnus was one of my subordinates. I was like, huh? I was like, what? He was like, Magnus was one of my subordinates. And, Lestat, he just had this, just heresy. And he was just this and that and the third. And then you had the person in like the teaser that was like Armand told the truth. He did tell the truth to a degree about Lestat's arrogance and Lestat's heresy and his being egotistical and a narcissist. He was telling the truth on that, just that. But like when he was saying it, girl, he was also fucking jealous. Like, like people be like Armand is that old man at the club that want to holler at the young girls that be looking good like the tens, and then he want to roll up on you like, hey babe, I can I'm old, I have more experience, I can teach you a lot of things. Like Armand is that. Like he was funky, he was dirty, he was rolling up on Lestat in the street. Lestat said, hell fucking no. Don't you see I'm with my man? Why are you here? Why are you here? Lestat said no. And then he gonna beat up Lestat's boyfriend and then force Lestat to come near him and be near him. Lestat did what any young 20-year-old would do. They fucked that old nigga, got the bag, learned some new tricks, and got the fuck on. You got played. You got used. And that's just what it is. And Armand need to accept that. Yeah, girl. Armand needs to accept that. Yeah, the Armand told the truth. He only told the truth about Armand, like Lestat's egotistical side. That's what he told the truth. But Armand is a pathological liar. When Armand lies, he's already spinning the next lie to hide the previous lie that he already said. Armand ain't to be trusted. I don't believe. And Armand could tell me the sky is black, and I'd be like, nigga, you lying. I know you lying. He could say it's blue. He could say the grass is green. I don't give a fuck if he's telling the truth. He's lying. He's very selective. He tells selective truths. Thank you, Nicole. He tells selective truths. He says what he wants to say and then manipulates and spins shit to fit his narrative. That's why when his book come out and his series come out, it's really going to eat. And Daniel, that's why he's so perfect with Daniel, is because Daniel can see through the function. He's been seeing through it since the very beginning, even when he was high, young, and coked the fuck out. You know? You think I'm boring? He want to be liked so bad. And you know, I personally like, I love Daniel, but I do feel like Daniel can do better than Armand, but I don't feel like he would want to do better than Armand. Like, I feel like Daniel likes this. He likes being in danger. He loves being in danger, you know, and it's not going to be abusive as like Lestat and Louis' relationship, as they're more like a passionate lovers quarrel type of spice, type of, you know, Romeo and Juliet. They're like the over dramatic couple. Oh, I'll commit suicide if you're not with me, and I'll slit my wrist, let's bleed on each other and drink. They're like that. They're those dramatic queers. Daniel and Armand, they give psychological thriller. They give mental stimulation, psychological thriller, cat and mouse games of who's going to dominate who's really manipulating who, and they're going to end up manipulating each other. They're both aware they're going to manipulate each other, but they're going to work very well together, and that's going to be fun. I feel like that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see all the twists and turns in this next season. This next season is going to eat. Save this. I got to go to work. Oh my God. I'll try to do something. I'll try. Like, I'll answer like, comment down below and I will answer them to my best ability. Bye bye. Have fun at work, girl. Eric loves being a vampire. He really, let me tell you something. He loves being a vampire. I'm here. Welcome. Like, oh my God, like, it's so much fun to like be with other people who are also excited about what you like. I think that this is so dope to me. Yeah, girl, have fun at work. But yeah, like, season 3 is going to eat because Roland been wanting to do season 3. We have been begging for these motherfuckers to promote this fucking show. And soon as season 3 come out, all the promotion in the world, y'all got hitting promos and y'all doing all this. This lets me know that the show hasn't even started yet. This is the show. This right here, season 3 is the show. This is where shit gets real. Because for the beginning, we have been seeing things from more perspectives and we have been seeing things in the past. Now we're getting present day. Now we're getting the real shit. This is where the story fucking starts. It starts with Lestat. And I think everybody kind of knows that. That's why they're really trying to promote this. They're like, okay, well, the show is here. After the Netflix deal, it's going to be even bigger. It is. Netflix makes me nervous, though, because Netflix can't even promote their own fucking shows. Like, when it comes to their shows, they be canceling shit left and right. You only have a few day window for them to really rate if a show is fucking good or not. Like, you know what I mean? So Netflix, I just hope they don't give the rights over to Netflix, because Netflix wouldn't know what to fucking do with this show. AMC needs to keep the rights and just promote it and do their promo and all that other shit on Netflix. But yeah, this, hey. What you said. I have a sixth sense that the cast was hiding secrets, so I know a lot of stuff is going on in the background. But I do know they cast Marius, and I wouldn't be surprised if they cast everyone. Yeah. Yep. This season is going to be the season. And then you got the mediocre girly, like, they over like, They crying over Jacob. I'm like, Louis needs to be single. Let Louis be single. Let Louis grow as Louis. Let him sell his art. Let him meditate with his fucking rocks. Let him grieve and be single. He has been manipulated by one vampire. He's been abused by one vampire for 40 years and then was manipulated and memory swiped and everything for another 77 years. Okay? He's clearly not with Lestat because Lestat wouldn't be having this attitude, demeanor, looking grungy, looking off, looking pale if he was with Lestat. Lestat would be walking on fucking water if they were together right now, but he's clearly not. Girl, Lestat don't even want to be on set. Lestat don't even want to be on set. Lestat was in the parking lot getting his cheeks clapped or clapping somebody's cheeks and killing somebody in the parking lot. He was in the parking lot for over an hour and didn't even want to come in the building. He was so motherfucking upset about this goddamn book. He came in with an attitude. And then not only did he come in, he came in with a necklace that made it seem like his throat was fucking slit as a callback to make Louis feel fucking bad, to guilt trip Louis, another manipulation tactic. He already had an attitude. He didn't even want to be. He really wanted to beat up Daniel, but he can't do that because him and Louis are cool. He mad. He really upset that that's Armand's fledgling when Armand sat up there and killed his fledgling. He's like, how the hell did your fledgling get to live, but mine's didn't? He looked like he looked like he having nightmares. Like, let me tell you something. Lestat has been in squalor, eating rats for 77 years while he and having to read about the magical sex and wonderful relationship of Armand and Louis in this fucking book, and how Louis done talked down to him, belittled him, and everything in this goddamn book. And he had to read it, and then all of his past traumas, all of his past mistakes were put back in his face when it came to this book. So yeah, Lestat has an attitude and he's not happy at all. At all. He's coming into the building and Daniel's already playing with him. Like, you got this Victorian era medieval gauntlet on the goddamn table. Bitch, stop playing with me. If you don't get me a wine glass like everybody else, like he trying to poke fun at Lestat age. Oh, you don't like the gauntlet? And then Lestat gonna look at him like, bitch, be for real. Don't make me get behind this camera. That's what Lestat said. The girl gonna come to you, need some makeup, bitch. Do it look like I need makeup? I did my makeup on the way here. I don't trust y'all. Y'all gonna have me looking like Donald Trump. Y'all gonna have me looking like Donald Trump. No. And then there you gonna be like, you like the book. Lestat raised that one finger. He did it. And then going to mind read to the, then he gonna teleport to do to telepathy and basically be like, bitch, I'm the a vampire Lestat. And then went on his whole book monologue like he ate. And to be honest, I feel like the guy who was sitting in the chair, I feel like that might be Lestat's little new boy toy, and they were kind of just teasing him, or that could be Marius. Like, we never know. Like, it really could be Lestat's maker. Who knows? Who knows? Because why would they show him so intensely like that? You know what I mean? I always been into vampires that love being. Yes. Yeah. Can we get vampires that actually like being vampires? Like, come on now. Yes. Yes, y'all, with these comments. I relate. Sammy is human. Facts. Yeah. She actually needs makeup. Already did his own make. Exactly. If you see I came ready, why are you asking me? Do I look like I need you? Do I look like I need you? Ma'am? Oh my god, like I love this little punk rock glitter glam that we're going with. It's so like 80s, 90s. I love it. I love that they didn't make him like a Instagram or TikTok. People wanted him to be like a theater kid to fit into modern times. Lestat don't need to fit into no modern times. Modern times need to fit in with Lestat. Okay? Lestat is the trendsetter. He don't need to be a part of any fucking trends. Like, what are you talking about? I love Louis, even more Jacob Louis, but Sam has me so ready for Lestat, and Lestat is the star. Yeah, you could tell Lestat's the star because the way they're fucking promoting this goddamn show. We've been begging for them to promote this show season 1, season 2. Did they? Not really. It was the fans. It was word of mouth. But they sure as hell promoted it for season 3 because they know that this is where the story picks the fuck up. This is where it really starts. This is where it really starts. And we can see, like, judging by the picture that I have on the screen, like my little avatar, Lestat is going through it. He's going through it. He's not all the way there. He's very mentally stable and he's been isolated. He already had a fear of abandonment and isolation. And then he has been abandoned again and isolated again. So that is wear and tear. That's a lot of psychological torment. You know what I mean? It's self-inflicted torment because he definitely could have told Louis, but he didn't feel like he deserved Louis after what the fuck he did to Claudia. And to be honest, he doesn't. Y'all gonna hate me for saying that. Y'all gonna hate me for saying that. He doesn't do to be happy with the shit that he pulled. But Lestat is mentally ill. He moves like a bipolar, mentally ill, abusive, sick person. That's what he is. The little autistic twicks and the twitches that he and the shakes that he does when he's like in the chair, the little head nods, like it's clear that something is off with him. He's not all the way there. He's not mentally stable and his brain is deteriorating. It was already deteriorating, like he already did not have his humanity. But yeah, like it's probably damn near fucking gone. It's definitely gone now. It's definitely gone now. He is human like, he is human acting, he is a good actor, but it's very clear that there's something like disturbed, just like when it comes to Armand and his fucking OCD, when it comes to him having to, everything has to be in order. His need to control every goddamn thing. I need to be in control. I need to, his need for control and not his need to have control over his lovers or his partners so they don't fucking hurt him. Going back to that slave trauma, that slavery trauma, having people needing, not wanting people to have control over him in any type of way, whether it's a friendship, a lover, a partnership. He needs to be in control constantly. Like that's why when he was so attracted to Lestat, the first thing that came out of his mouth was, I need to control him. I need to get him under my control. Lestat is dangerous. Why is he dangerous? Like, why can't Lestat just be living his life the way he, why do you need to take this young person who you feel like is a star, who you have this attraction, why do you need to control him? But Armand has an obsession with that. He needs to control every little thing. His OCD, everything has to be in a place. Everything has to be the way it is. Just the cleanness, the white, the gray, like it's just too much. It's just too much. Like y'all need therapy. But they're toxic. They're the type of people who has lived for so long, they feel like you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They just like a parent. when it comes to their kids. You know how you try to tell your mother something like, hey, ma, I feel like this, that you can't tell me nothing. I have lived on this earth longer than you. They're one of those. You can't tell these people nothing. Can't tell them a motherfucking thing. If you want to see Sam and some Kevin, I loved him in Belle. Belle was a good fucking movie, and I loved him. That's actually when I was first introduced to him, when he was in Belle, and I thought he was so cute. I thought he was adorable. This white man lusting after this, just treating her with the utmost respect. You know, all of that song are probably about Louis. It sure is. What you say? My opinion on Mayfair Wishes. I have no opinions because I did not watch that shit. I did not watch that shit. I need to. Everybody keeps telling me it's boring. But I'm gonna take the time out to watch that and to watch season 2 of Game of Thrones. I mean, House of Dragon, because I watched season 1. But I'm going to try to watch both of them. Like, I have a lot of shows that I'm gonna like break down and like really go through. Like, I'm trying to get through House of Dragon to like really give my thoughts on it, but it's really hard. Like, for me, I feel like, off topic, I feel like when it comes to House of Dragon, the women are fangless and toothless, and I don't like that. If you're gonna be evil, be evil. Like, you're taking away the female rage, you're taking away the female anger and the jealousy, the maniacal, the manipulation. You're taking that away to make it pop, like to make it like stomachal, like how do I say this word? To make it attractive to your female audience, and it's really turning me off. Not all women are good. Some women are bad. I support women's rights and their wrong. So I want to see them be more wrong on my fucking screen. Yeah, like, I still think Belle is Sam's best work. Absolutely, it's great. Ooh, I happened to watch a few years ago for the cast and knew he was going. Yeah, he did, and he devoured. Who do you want as a fan cast for Ashara? Like, for me, I don't know. I don't know. I just want her to be black or Egyptian. Like, she has to be black or Arabic. I'm sorry, like, that's what I really want. I think I wouldn't mind her being Arabic if she had like a head wrap, if she was gorgeous, just everything. Like, I know she just has to be a woman of color, and I'm gonna eat it. And she has to have the accent. Like, she has to really somebody with masculine and feminine energy, who is a leader, who is dominant, who can really kill this fucking role. Like, that's who I want. Somebody who can be masculine, dominant, give bisexual teas, and really devour this fucking role. Yeah. Let me see. I love him in Belle too. Absolutely. Yeah, Sam is good in Belle, and this will be great. Absolutely. Yeah, he's amazing. He's great. House of Dragon season 2 is painful. I don't care about a single character. Hell fucking no. It's trash. Trash, trash, trash. It's like season 7 and season 8 all over again. Like, the best part of Game of Thrones was the dialogue, but even the dialogue in House of Dragon is not smart. It's not smart. It's not good. It's not good. You can't really sink your teeth in it. It's shallow, just like the fucking show. I wonder if they would cast an unknown. I wouldn't mind that. I would actually prefer that. The fact that Sam is not that well known, or Jacob's not that well known, a lot of the cast in Interview with a Vampire is not a well known cast. Like Delaney, I can believe them as their character more. If you're going to put Zendaya in a role, I'm gonna be like, that Zendaya. If you put Rihanna in a role, I'm gonna say that's Rihanna. I'm not gonna say that's Akasha. I'm gonna be like, that's Rihanna. It needs to be an unknown actress, but a good fucking a theater kid, somebody who really can get into it. Like, that's what I would love, like an unknown person. When I see Sam, I see Lestat. That's Lestat. I'm gonna be called now when he's in other shit. That people are going to refer to him as Lestat. People know Jacob for being Grey Worm in Game of Thrones, but did he really talk? No, he didn't really talk that much. He was a slave. He was illiterate. He was castrated. He played a good fucking role, but he's not like Jacob is not that well known. When I see him as Louis, that's Louis. Now, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't mind an unknown actor. I think that is the smarter choice. Let me go through these comments, y'all, because y'all really throwing it back to me, and I'm trying to catch up with everything y'all giving me. KT want that little girl to be Akasha. You know what? I don't care who it is. I don't care. I just want her to really. I want to believe her as this role, as an attractive, complex character. Absolutely so good. No show holds a candle with storytelling. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. When you look at the popular shows out right now, it's The Boys, House of Dragon, and Interview with the Vampire. We had better TV. Let me tell you something. We had TV and media and representation, just everything has gone down fucking hill because everybody feels like they got to pander. Everybody feels like they got to do the most. And people are forgetting what a story, if you just stick to what the fuck a good story is and you just give the fans what they want, the fans will reward you. You don't have to be like Marvel. You don't have to shit on your fan base. Give us what we want, and in return, we'll give you all our fucking money. It's really just that simple. It really is that simple. If you feed the fans would feed you. It says this is the best fantasy show on TV right now. Yeah. The Boys ain't fucking with this. House of Dragon ain't fucking with this. It really ain't. It really ain't. People like House of Dragon because of the action. The first thing they'll say, oh, it's the sex, it's the killing. But when it comes to storytelling, the story is trash. It's trash. The memes is what keeping the show going, not the actual characters. And y'all know it's true. I love him as yep. Mm-hmm. Game of Thrones rocks. House of Dragon not so much. Yeah, that's because they were following the book. It's easy to write a show when the blueprint is there. And even in Game of Thrones, they fucked up a lot. They took out a lot that was supposed to make sense. Like people forget Catelyn Stark was supposed to be resurrected back from the dead. She's supposed to be here. She's supposed to be she's zombified. She comes the fuck back because of Melisandre brings her back to life. We're missing a lot of people. You know, it's a lot of shit that they done fucked up. Sansa becomes more like Cersei in a lot of ways. You know, Daenerys is not a goody two shoes. She is a conqueror. Like, make no state about it. Targaryens know how to conquer. Do they know how to rule? Not so much. Actually, between Lestat and Rhaenyra, I'm in love with the bisexual representation. I am too, but Rhaenyra should have been kissing on Alicent, not on that Asian lady. I don't know her name. I forgot her name. I gotta go back. When I saw that, for somebody who watched season 1, I saw her with Damon's ex girl. I was like, oh God. Oh God. I said, okay, that's where we're going. Like, y'all, I'm glad y'all gave me the representation, but with this bitch, no. Like, and I don't have no shade against the Grey Worm, White Worm, whatever she want to be called. I don't have no shade against her. I think the actress is fucking fine as fuck. But as far as story wise and storytelling, y'all missed the mark. Y'all cannot keep having me see Rhaenyra and Alicent in rooms together, and y'all don't make it into something. Like, what the fuck? Like, huh? I wish they kept Louis as bisexual. Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. Louis, a bisexual Louis would eat. Yeah, I would love a bisexual Louis, but not everybody is bisexual. Just because a man is with a woman doesn't mean that he's attracted to women, especially during that time. Like, he definitely could have been a closeted gay man as well, and just being with women, to hide his sexuality. That happens all the time. There's plenty of gay men who have children who are not bisexual, but I wouldn't have minded if they did play him as bisexual. But I kind of like the fact that he's just a gay black man. Like, I don't know. I really don't have a problem with it. But I think a lot of people probably do have a problem with it because the girls who are like lusting after Louis want to see him fuck a woman because they want to imagine it as them. You know. It says I heard tweets. Now I don't know. They'll have to service acting, but the cast is so special. Yeah, it really is. It's really good. I agree. Let's go unknown. Yes, unknown is the way to go. True, because Jacob is now Louis to me. Yeah, he's Louis. I feel like because the person is famous doesn't mean they can't play a character. Aaliyah just said famous. She was able to play Akasha. She was, but like then again, I love Aaliyah, but her British accent, like, where are you from? You know what I mean? Like, where are you from? And Aaliyah played the fuck out of that role. She was the only good part about the movie, literally. But I feel like we can go more like because the time that we're in, we can get somebody who's actually from Egypt to play that role. Like, you know what I mean? We can get someone who has the accent, who takes the classes, like, because when we see Jacob has studied that Louisiana accent. He is the only person on TV who knows how to do a good Southern accent. He's not even from America. Like Sam, he does an amazing French accent. He's really good. Even Zaman, he does a really good French accent. His accent is so good. A mix with that Indian, like, it eats. Like, he's like, oh, this was my third language. Like, we can tell. Like, that should sound great. And low key, they think his accent sound better than Sam's. Honestly, Sam keeps slipping his accent, but like it works so well because now we're in modern time. He's Americanized, and I really love that. It's so interesting to see how they keep Louis in season 3 because um, it was really what's that story? Yeah, yeah. They're gonna throw him in there because what made people fall in love with the show is seeing them together. But to be honest, I like Louis now that I've seen his full entire character arc. I fuck with him now. Like, if you're gonna put Louis on my screen, Louis needs to be back in pimp mode. Louis needs to stand on his nuts. He needs to be able to be a man and be on his own. I want to see Louis get all the businesses and buy airplanes and stuff, because remember when he was talking to Armand, he said like he was the one who came with the idea. Look, me and you we gonna be flip. We gonna buy all these paintings, and then in a few years we gonna flip them. And then I'm thinking about getting up. He was the one with the plan. That's why he was able to kick Armand out the fucking house. Armand didn't contribute to none of that shit. That was not Armand's like shit. Armand wanted to still be with the covenant. Armand is not a forward thinker. He's not a dreamer. He's a conformer. Okay? This is why him and Lestat would have never worked. This is why him and Louis don't work. He doesn't have that bit of delusion. He needs to be more delusional when it comes to his future, when it comes to what he wants to be. You see how Louis said, bitch, I'm poor. Me and Claudia are poor in France. Let me tell you something. I'm going to take these paintings, I'm going to flip them, and then in a few years and decades, I'm going to be a multimillionaire. And then what did our mom say? Oh, you're going to be the first vampire pilot, like the first vampire photographer, the first, he was mocking him. Now what? We're sitting in my penthouse right now, bitch. And then when he really wanted to, he basically told him, get your shit and get the fuck out. He kicked Armand the fuck out. The only thing Armand had was that little tree that was supposed to represent their love. That was the only thing that he had. He didn't have nothing. He don't own nothing. Get your little sack, your little bag, and get the fuck out my crib. That's what he did. He kicked him out. You can't get kicked out of shit that's yours. Like, you know what I mean? You can't get kicked out of a house that is yours. Lestat said, "You know what, bitch?" He told Louis, "I'm gonna work on this, and then I'm going on tour." And Lord and behold, he's on tour. See, this is why it would never be Armand. And I'm sorry, it would just never be Armand. I'd rather cast someone who's famous and think I have the charisma than cast someone just because they're new doesn't mean they have the talent to play it. Yeah, but if they're new and they've been acting underground for years and they are, like a theater kid, I feel like it could work out. Like Sam was not that known. Jacob was not that known. Delaney was a Broadway actor. She wasn't that known either. So like I feel like I like that they are discovering new talent. Just like when it comes to the Stranger Things kids. Remember? No one they were all fresh faces, now they're household names. You know what I mean? The Euphoria cast. No one knew who the fuck these people were, but then now we know them. Now you got the guy who plays Nate on Euphoria. He was Elvis. You know what I mean? Like now we getting the Sweeney girl. She's in a few movies. Zendaya was the only household name on there. And now you got Alexa, who was the Hispanic girl. She's a model. She has her own little thing going on. Like, Jules, like they have really elevated since that show. So, and then when you have a new cast, you can pay them however you technically want. They don't really have like a fee that you really have to, you can mold them. You know what I mean? I'm okay with no name because that means they earn the part, not just because of their name. Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I feel that. I'm pretty sure they already casted Akasha because they keep, ooh. I'm reading all y'all comments. A lot of people are worried because his role come up because he's not in this book much, but I think they've been so clever with season 2. I have faith in them. I do too. I do too. And to be quiet as it's kept, Lestat needs to have 2 seasons to himself. I feel like if Louis gets to have 2 seasons dedicated to himself, then we need 2 seasons with Lestat and Armand and Magnus and all them other characters. I'm sorry, not sorry. There's no way y'all gonna flesh out this shit in 8 episodes. Y'all just not gonna do it. So y'all need to split up the season. Not like split it up like how the fuck y'all did Bridgerton, but split it up as in y'all need to give Lestat 2 whole seasons to really like for us to really dig our teeth into. Like we can't do all of this in 1 season. We need 2 seasons. Just like y'all gave Jacob 2 seasons, give Sam 2 seasons. Yeah, I do have faith in. Wait, hold on. I thought it may be Tough Cookie in the chair vote or one of his bandmates from the books. That would eat. I thought it was Lestat's new about to be new love interest. That's what the fuck I thought at first. Yeah, I do have faith in these writers and producers. I do too. Yeah, missing out on Lady Stoneheart Catherine was a bummer. It was a fucking bummer. The way they fucked up Game of Thrones is legendary. Was legendary. Like I never seen a show fumble so bad. It says, have you seen that theory that Daenerys is gonna come back as the queen of the White Walkers? I don't think she is. I think Damon is. I feel like Damon, to the day he died, is going to be chasing after a throne that's not his. I feel like Damon is the Night King. I feel like he looked like the Night King. They got the same fucking hair and everything. I think Damon is the Night King, but that's just my theory. I'm excited what happens with Louis moving forward because he's already so much better than his book counterpart. Facts. Facts. Louis is like the Igor. He's the Scrooge of the series. The vampire who doesn't want to be a vampire. Like, bitch, we're tired of that. Like, Louis Louis just be delusional. Louis is just always gonna be Louis. He's always gonna be in his own depressing, like just over dramatic. Like, I got the rocks in my foot, the same rocks that they buried me in. Like, and then here go Armand. He could have removed them at any time. When Armand said he could have removed them at any time, bitch. Bitch, like, oh my god, Louis so dramatic. He's so dramatic. Like, what? Do you think Louis gonna be in season 3? Yeah, he is, and he better be. He better have his own little museum with all his paintings and artifacts that he collected over the years. I would love to see that. I would love to see that, him in Dubai with his little artifacts and shit. And I do want him to pop up at Lestat's fucking concert. Just do a little pop up and bring flowers and be like, even though we not together, bitch, we still family. And I want Lestat to burn the motherfucking flowers on fire and say, bitch, ho, fuck you, because I don't forgive your ass for what the fuck you wrote in that book. Like, we was supposed to be coming to, closure. We're supposed to be moving the fuck on. And here I found out, bitch, that you done released a whole bestseller talking shit about my ass, bitch. We not gonna be cool. We not gonna be cool. That's what the fuck's gonna happen in season 3. Louis gonna show up at the concert like, hey, we not together, but you still my family. You want to come over on the weekend? You still my baby mama. You want to come over on the weekends? And Lestat gonna be like, bitch, fuck you. You look better with that other nigga. That's what he's gonna say. Go back to Armand. That's what he's gonna say. He gonna be playing hard to get, but really want Louis back. And he gonna be going through it. And then by the end of it, like, cause Lestat house still ain't fucking built because of Hurricane fucking Katrina, whatever. And I feel like Louis and Lestat, by the end of season 3, if not season 3, season 4, they will be moving in together. They will be living together, cohabit, just like lesbians, living back with your ex, living with your ex-man. Y'all seeing other people, but y'all live together, so it's gonna be real weird. That's what they give me. But yeah, yeah, Leah's the only part. Yeah, that only part I remember too. It says season 2 was Claudia and Louis. I think they had Lestat in more than half the episodes. Yeah, because Lestat was haunting his ass because it wasn't even Lestat. It was Louis' version of Lestat, though. Like, we still saw him, but that wasn't the real Lestat. Like, we have never even seen the real Lestat. We saw distorted versions of Lestat through Claudia's eyes, through Armand's eyes, through Louis' eyes, and everything that Lestat was saying or doing were things that Louis felt. He was an over animated caricature of himself. So no, that's not. I mean, we saw him, but did we really? What do you think about Stewart as Lestat? Actually looking better than Tom Cruise. I'm a Tom hater. You know what? I don't think about. Let me tell you something. When it comes to them, I don't hate the other people, but they're not Sam. They're not Sam. Many a time had a baby. Choco. I do not watch Tom Cruise, but that is the only movie I think he's attracted in. Yeah, me too. You said right. Where was Louis been all the rest they're doing right now? He wasn't at Comic-Con. Oh, he wasn't? Armand always been a loser, always. And to be honest, I don't even hate Armand. I think a lot of people think I hate Armand. I don't hate Armand. Armand is a tragic character to me. He really is. He really is. Like, he still is in that slave mentality. Like, he has not broken that shit yet. And I don't know, like, he still is trying to find a way and try to find someone that he could create a healthy relationship out of his toxic one. You know what I mean? He wants to reenact the relationship that he had with his master, you know, his slave master. He wants that relationship, but played out healthily in his dynamic where he can pull out of it and stop it if it hurts too much. Like, he could say no, he could say Matra, he can give like safe words. Like, it's like he wants to reenact that. He wants to be subservient. He wants to be a sub, but can't handle being a sub, like, because it triggers him. He doesn't trust his partners enough to have his safety as a priority. So how can you be in a BDSM relationship and you don't even trust the person that you're supposed to submit to? Submission, being vulnerable like that, you don't trust the person not to hurt you. And that's why he keeps going after motherfuckers who are younger than him, who are weaker than him, because he knows that at the end of the day, this is just role playing. That's why he had no problem serving Louis at the table. Somebody was like, oh, Lestat would never. Absolutely Lestat would fucking never. Like, what do you mean? And then you got Louis, who has an inferiority complex due to Jim Crow and everything. He wants to be a white man so bad. And that's the real reason why him and Lestat can't go together, can't work. Because he wants to be Lestat. Listen, Louis didn't have no problem with them racist white men. He was just mad that he couldn't be one of them racist white men. Louis ain't never had sex with anybody in his brothel. He doesn't go to the brothels on his street. Where does he go? He go to the other side of town and pay extra money to be in white people's spaces to mess with Lily, the only black girl there. When he could have just messed with people in his own neighborhood. No. Louis has a problem with the establishment if he's not the head of the establishment. That's the truth. That's the truth. When he is in the altar with Lestat, the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, I felt seen. I felt seen. This white man was seeing me and giving me value. He sees. That's why him and Armand don't really work, because best believe if Armand was a white man, if Armand was white, they would have never broken up. Let's clock that T. If we talking about it, we could really clock it. If Armand was white, that would have never they would have never broken up. Never. It says Jacob Answer is on a constitute. Ooh, love that for him. I think he is in the UK doing his music. Ooh, love that. Going through all y'all comments. Originally had time like that. Yeah, but I feel like the big stars. And y'all saying Rihanna? Y'all want Rihanna to play her? Yeah, they couldn't. Armand is in modern day still for a slave master to the point where he turned an old man so he wouldn't be alone. Yes. Clock that T. Clock that T when it comes to Armand. Yes. He's still looking for a slave master. Yeah, and the fact that Louis half white, let's talk about them. They are so obsessed with Lestat and his whiteness and his privilege. They are envious of his privilege because they can't obtain that level of privilege. Like, they hate Lestat, but they also simultaneously, they both want to be him. Lestat is the elephant in the room. They started a whole relationship based off Lestat. You know what I mean? So yeah, like they both have a lot of racial racial issues that they definitely need to work out when it comes to their self-esteem. They all need therapy. Yep, it's sure a top, yeah. Then you deserve better than Armand. You know what? At this point, I feel like they all deserve each other. All because Armand needs control. Yeah. Oh yes, I think that's why Louis calls his victims boy, because he went through. Yes, yes, that's a Southern term. It's the way we're not. I'm not gonna call you a man. I'm gonna call you a boy. I clocked that T too. I think I said that in one of my videos. Yeah, it was. That's why he kept like that's a stoop boy. The way he kept saying that with that racist southern draw. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. That and I guarantee you, all the men that he brought back to the house, they were all white. They were all white. Let's talk about y'all. This little slave play that y'all be into. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. It's weird. It's it's weird as fuck. It's weird as fuck. It says, yeah, me and her have talked about this in detail. Yeah, self-hating coon. Yeah, who wants to be empowered but also wants to be a victim. Absolutely. That's why Louis got on my fucking nerves. Like, do you want to be the victim or do you want to be the or do you want all the power? Like, which one you want? Like, which one you want? They all have that little victim. Like, you stopped being the victim long ago. Like, Louis stopped being the victim halfway through season one. He stopped being a victim because at some point I have to say, you like this, you enjoy this, this is what you enjoy. You love being able to complain about your white daddy. You love it. You love it. You love it. Mm-hmm. Armand needs to stand up and be his own master. He has a lot of unhealed trauma. Yeah. Yeah. He does. He does. He really, really does. It's insane. And you know, like he still is looking for a master. He's still looking for a master. Like you damn near 300 years old and you still asking me what you want to do. Can you imagine being in a relationship with somebody that constantly is like, are you asking me, Metra? Are you asking me, Metra? Like constantly, constantly, constantly. Like, oh, do you want to go out to the movies? Or are you asking me, or are you forcing me, Matra? Nigga, if you don't want to do it, just say no. Like like can you imagine? That's like every conversation. That's every conversation. It's the slave and master play. Like Armand likes being forced into things. He likes to be forced into things. Like, you know what I mean? He's definitely one of them R plays, the assault role playing people. He's one of those. That's what it gives me. I don't think Louis wants to be Lestat. He definitely feels like he shouldn't be treated or tried. No one messes with Lestat, but people step and mess with Louis. Hmm. You feel like he don't want to be Lestat? He does want to be. See, I have to rebut. I have to clock that. The first thing that Louis said when he was sitting across from Lestat and he had Lily with him, he said, "I wanted to slit his throat. I hated the man, but I also wanted to be the man." He did. He did want to be Lestat. He did. Um, when it comes to Louis, and we're live, so I'm thinking as I'm talking. Louis, hmm, he said, I hated the man, but I also wanted to be the man. I can't think of it right now, but there's a word that I really want to use. There's a word I really want to use. Yeah, Louis said he wanted to be Lestat. He did. He said he hate him, but he wanted to be him. Yeah, he did. It was a love and hate relation. It was love and hate from the beginning. Yeah, yeah. And the thing about his relationship with Lestat is that Lestat provided the ultimate protection. Lestat's whiteness and money was a protection during Jim Crow. Lestat can move and maneuver and go into places that Louis cannot go into. Remember, Lestat was able to get business deals. Louis was able to get businesses and money. Like Louis was living his full sugar baby lifestyle. Lestat's whiteness was a protection, but also it was a danger. It was like a two-headed snake. Lestat protected you from all them other white people, but who the fuck was going to protect you against Lestat? Nobody. Lestat was his protection and his shield and his sword, but who was going to protect you from the motherfucker that's in your bed? Nobody. Nobody. It was fun in the beginning, wasn't it? But then it got real bad. When Louis did not have the protection of Lestat, he didn't know what to do. He had to conjure up an imaginary version of Lestat to get him through the night terrors and the shit that they went through on the road. Do you think that Louis, when them soldiers was being racist to him, like, it threw me off in season 1. I was not used to seeing that. It threw me off because we know damn well that if Lestat was around and somebody was talking to Louis like that, that shit would not happen. That shit wouldn't happen. They hated Lestat but needed Lestat at the same time. Whose money do you think was paying for his sister and his mother and his family? Who money you think was funneled into that? How do you think Louis was able to maneuver and wear all the fancy clothes and have all these business deals? How would you think he was able to do that? He was able to do that with Lestat. Lestat was the problem and the solution. Absolutely. The problem and the solution. You hate Lestat, but you need him at the same time. His whiteness was a shield, and Louis knew that. Louis got so used to not having to be strong. Louis was closeted. He wasn't strong. He had to put on a fake gangster persona. He had to live in a life he did not want to live. And then here you go. You have a man that comes to you and say, I want to relieve you of all your trauma. I want to relieve you of all your stress. I saw you. I fell in love with you. I want to swap out your life and give you a dark gift, and I want to give you my protection, my love. And all you have to do is love me, and I will give you the world. I see you, this black beaten up man who has went through hell, who has lost his brother, who has been discriminated and shitted on. You can come to me. I will be your God. I will be your savior. And he was. You said that was Louis' money too. How did Louis get the money? Louis was not making a lot of money.
Louis was keeping his family afloat, but they were struggling with money. The white men in the room were constantly cheating Louis out of his money. They even said it when Lestat came. We like when you act dumb. We like taking your money. N-word. We like that. Hard R. We like when you play like the ignorant monkey and do what we say and what we want to do. So yeah, Louis was losing a lot of money just to be able to sit at the table. And Lestat said, baby, you don't have to do all of this. These men look down on you. You don't have to do any of that. I see you. It was manipulation, but he meant it. They was giving him 15%. Exactly. Louis was living his sugar baby lifestyle. He was at home. Louis was having everything he wanted. He had the cane. He had the protection of their home. He had his man. Then he had this baby. He was about to leave Lestat. He had his baby, and then all of a sudden, the real world comes knocking on his fucking door. Wait a minute. You mean that I can't see my family again? Wait a minute. You mean that I can't hold your hand while we're out in public at the opera? Wait a minute. I have to act as your valet? Wait a minute. This doesn't seem fair. He got so caught up into the fantasy and the manipulation, he forgot there was a real world outside that he had to abide by. Baby, y'all are not only the same in darkness. Did you forget? Jim Crow cannot save you. Did you forget? Yeah, but that's where Louis messed up. He couldn't save him from Jim. That is where the resentment came from. That's where the hatred came from. That's when we started to see their relationship deteriorate. It was from outside forces. The outside forces. I did all of this to protect my family and I can't even be apart with them no more. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Louis got caught up in delusion like Louis does. As soon as him and Claudia was on the run, he told Claudia, maybe we should just go back. Let's just go back to Louisiana. She said, and do what? Undig his bones? Apologize? Oh my God. Dead weight. That is what Claudia said. Dead weight. I'm trying to get us to the promised land. And here you are talking about you hungry and the bloodbath and you're cold and you want to go home to your white daddy. He over here melted in the chair when the French music started playing when the UK guy, when the French music started playing, he started to just melt and fold in his chair, just collapse in his goddamn chair. Like, I want to go back with Massa. I want Massa back. He said, I want my white daddy. I want to be a sugar baby. And that's when Dream Lestat, his subconscious came and said, bitch, are you regretting your choice now? Are you regretting your choice now? You know, it was a beautiful betrayal, but you know I'm going to come back and I'm going to beat your ass, huh? You know I'm going to come back and beat your ass. That was Louis' subconscious. You made the wrong choice. You should have picked me. Always pick me. I told y'all we should never be apart. I told you we should never be apart. Lestat definitely protected Louis 10 toes down. Now that you mention all this, it reminds me of when Tom would make sly remarks to Louis. It's always when Lestat, yeah, it was always when Lestat wasn't around. The only time they said messed up stuff in front of Lestat when it came to Louis was when him and Louis were not a couple. Lestat made it very clear. I can offer you this protection, but if you don't want it, then I'm gonna sit back. You're not mine just yet. Louis said, him and Lestat, let me tell you something. Lestat was meeting the family. They were reading benches on the part. They was reading together on the bench. Lestat don't read, but Louis loves to read. So they're reading together on the bench. They're going to all type of he was like, oh, I'm not going to tell Grace. They were going on all types of dates. They were gambling together. They were spending all their time together. Louis said, this was the first time I ever confessed my inner thoughts to another man. It was just Lestat and Paul. Those were the only two people I had. I liked this boy so much, I invited him to dinner. Now, Louis could lie all he want to, talking about I was manipulated. Where was the you was manipulated, but when Lestat was talking to you telepathically and doing all this magic and doing all this things, like you didn't understand that something was off about him. He's just French. So like this is where it comes down that Louis is a person who constantly live in denial. He don't like to see what's in front of him. Just like he knew that Armand was involved in Claudia's. He knew that. He just didn't want to believe it. That's why he wasn't shocked when Daniel said it. Louis likes to fool himself into being the victim, and he's not. The only victim is Claudia. Whether y'all like it or not, Claudia is the victim because she didn't choose to be here. The problem was she didn't realize that she was getting abused by Louis as well. Louis just had this professional victim. He was just such a professional victim that you start to believe in the Louis delusion. You really start to believe that Louis is a victim, but he's absolutely not. Claudia was the victim. Claudia was trying to fight for her fucking freedom. And if Claudia knew the truth about what the fuck, how Louis had a hand in a lot of the shit and how Louis done dragged her ass across the floor, Claudia didn't find out that shit until the very last moment when she looked at him and he was like, no. And then she gave that little slide smirk and she did that head nod. She like, oh, word? Okay. Louis, when he get around his white... Let me tell y'all something. When Lestat was reminiscing about their wedding night and then Louis starts crying and nodding in the background, like his ankles ain't fucking slit and he's not about to die, like, what's going on? What are you saying? Claudia said, I'm tired of Igor. I know that's right. Yeah, he couldn't have the real Lestat, so he started hallucinating the coke. Louis is crazy as hell. Not too much on my baby Louis. I would not be able to let go of Lestat either. Yup, when Grace was engaged, they all met for dinner with Lestat. Louis and Lestat were engaged, whether he wanted to admit it. Yes. That mind, they were already engaged. That's why he bid him at the church. Yes, it was a wedding. And then Louis over there crying in the background at the play. He crying, nodding his head like, yeah, babe, yeah. I did pull him into my face and kiss him. I said, and here go Claudia in the background. She's over it. She's over it. Claudia deserved better. Claudia is my coven. Talking to him nice. Louis is definitely a king of delusion. Absolutely. He's delusional than Alice in Wonderland. Oh my God. Claudia definitely deserved better. She does, and she's my coven. Claudia is my coven. Yes, they are husbands. They've been husbands. Absolutely. Married, still married, separated. I'm still sad she died trying to be loyal. Me too. Me too. Me too. Claudia should have been gone the minute she came home after being abused by her dad's boyfriend. Let that sink in. Claudia was choked out, dragged through the street. She goes home to see her father and says, Armand threatened me. He put hands on me. And the first thing out of Louis's mouth is, that don't sound like him. That doesn't sound like him. Girl, we only been here for how long? What do you mean that don't sound like him? So like this is where Louis starts going into Louis a deadbeat, and we could just say that like that. Now, y'all don't have to like it, but Louis has always been delusional. Claudia should have been gone when she got choked out by her father's boyfriend, dragged by her arm through the streets, and when she went home and said, this man put his hands on me, that should have been y'all cue to get the fuck out of Paris. Period. It's supposed to be me and you and me and you. What happened? Yes, Claudia wanted to be a part of the coven. Yes, Claudia made a lot of mistakes. Yes, Claudia wanted some sense of community. But at the same time, as her father, y'all, I know y'all like to pretend that y'all brother and sister and that y'all have an equal dynamic. Y'all don't. As her father, you should have said, we getting out of here. Period. Gack your bags, we going. Now, that's when you start putting on your big boy pants and you start being a father and a protector and doing what protectors do. Clearly, you don't have the sixth sense to know what's better for yourself. I'm your dad. You gonna do what I say. That's when you should have put on your Lestat pants, your big Lestat pants, and you should have said, we not staying here, ma'am. My ex-husband, the man that abused me and you, is hanging on the wall. She said, don't Claudia thought because she was able to outsmart Lestat, that somehow, some way, that everybody is going to be Lestat and she's going to run across everybody like Lestat. You're not. Your parent is your parent. You know them because you've been with them for X amount of years. They raised you. You know them like the back of your hand. You observe them. You act like them sometimes. Just because your parent is always gonna go easy on you. Like Armand knew the minute they came into the building. Hell, everybody knew by the dead silence. Everybody knew. She got real arrogant after that chess match and thought that she was feeling herself because she done went to college and had learned all these fucking languages, that she somehow thought that she was smarter than everybody in the room. And she was when it came to Louis and Lestat. But once you start going out into the real world, you realize that just because you were smart in your hometown doesn't mean that you're smart globally or out of state. You realize there are other people who know how to play chess, and they know how to play chess better than you. And that's where she fucked up. That's where she slipped up. She got real comfortable. When Santiago said, who taught you how to lie? And she said, my dad, my daddy, my maker, or whatever. He said, keep practicing. That should have been your red flag. That's when your thinking cap should have went on. When Santiago was able to read your diaries, without even going over there. He was just able to swipe through the diary and read everything in the pages. That should have been your wake-up call. Like, why are you writing in your diary at the place inside the coven when you know the rules say don't write in the diary? That's that Lestat in her. That's that Lestat in her. I have to break the rules some way, somehow. She get that from both Louis and Lestat. I just got to be defiant. I just got to do whatever I want to do. Crazy. Armand wishes he was husband material. No one holds a candle to Lestat. Yeah. 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 Like, Armand is crazy in like a psychological thriller way. Like, Armand, like Lestat is crazy in like a fun, fun way, a fun, chaotic way. You know what I mean? Like, it could have worked if, Armand continued to treat Louis like shit a little bit. You know what I mean? And like really like show his true self, just a tad bit. But Armand was just so desperate to pretend and be fake and phony. Like, if he was just a real person and stand on it, this is what I do, this is what I like, this is who I am, it probably might have worked. But yeah. And say, yeah, Santiago knew how to play chess better than her. He absolutely did. They knew they were lying in the beginning. Yup. Wait, hold on. Louis should have definitely believed Claudia the second she said that 100, not the Lestat pants. Yeah, I don't see Lestat just letting that fly when he's been there. But that's the world of what ifs. Yeah. Yeah, if she chose the other daddy, like if she was there with Lestat and Lestat was like, you want to be here? Lestat would have, bitch, the minute, let me tell you something. The minute Armand sat his ass up there and said that you're gonna eat, sleep, and breathe in that little girl costume, after I just confessed to the whole coven that that's my Achilles heel and I have been abused and that's traumatic for me and I don't want to do it and I would like to still be a part of the coven, but can I have another position in the coven? The minute he got his ass up there and started basically belittling her trauma and basically saying, girl, you gonna eat, sleep, and breathe in there, Louis sat there and ducked his head back into that fucking book. He didn't say shit. It was Santiago who was like, you not gonna talk bad about my girl now. He was the one that stood 10 toes down for Claudia. And that's why he got Philip. That's why I said what I said, that he got a little thing for her. But Fire Spawn, she go in. She go in. We go in, but I'm not gonna go into that topic. But yeah, Dreamstat said it best. Louis coddles Claudia, but Lestat made her a predator. Yeah. When we think about all of Claudia's skills, who does she get her life skills from? Lestat taught her how to drive, how to play chess, how to play piano. He most likely taught her how to speak French. What did Louis teach her? Besides that she doesn't have to be a killer or that she doesn't have to kill the way Lestat kills. The only thing Louis taught her how to do was fish. Tell me I'm lying. The only thing Louis taught Claudia how to do was fish. Was how to fish, and that was it. He didn't teach her anything else. And that's why she likes Louis. She likes being mothered. She likes being coddled. She likes that loving side. But really, sometimes the parent that smothers us hinders us the most. I feel like I'm catching a cold. My nose getting so stuffy as I'm speaking. But yeah. Not how to fish. Yeah. When he took her to the bayou and they were sitting there, he only taught her how to fish. He didn't teach her anything else. Now how to hunt, Lestat taught her all those skills. The only thing that Claudia learned from Louis was how to manipulate. She got her manipulation skills strictly from Louis. How to emotionally manipulate, because that's all we saw Louis do to Lestat for a whole season. That's where she got her lying from. She got it from Louis. She didn't get it from Lestat. She got it from Louis. Because Lestat don't lie. Lestat don't have no reason to lie. Lestat is just, I'm Lestat. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to be honest in what I am. He's not going to lie. And even when he do lie, he's not good at it. It's all over his face. Just like when he told Louis he could have that open relationship and that he was okay with it. We know he was lying. It says, let's not get into Santiago and Claudia because I could talk and that would be for hours. Absolutely, yeah. Don't do Daddy Lou like that. Name me one thing that Louis taught Claudia in the show. He didn't teach her anything. She didn't learn anything from him. The only thing she learned was how to fish and how to be manipulated and how to play and emotionally manipulate Lestat. That's the only thing she learned from him. She didn't learn anything from him. Lestat taught her how to drive. He taught her how to hunt. He taught her how to play piano. He taught her a whole bunch of things. This is where we burn the bodies. This is how we do this. This is how we do that. The blood tastes the sweetest during lovemaking. She didn't she was all cool with Lestat until it backfired against her when he told her, girl, you done killed Charlie. You need to burn his ass. Like, I don't know what you want me to do about it. You already killed him. Did you not like the delivery? Girl, you already killed him. Claudia has attachment issues, just like Louis, just like Lestat, just like Armand. She met Charlie in one day, fell in love with him that one day, and was willing to hate Lestat and break up their marriage, and basically plant a lot of seeds of doubt in that relationship based off her one encounter with that black boy that she got ice cream with. You want to talk about a crazy character? Claudia is fucking crazy. Claudia's need for love and attachment is crazy outside of Louis. Like, she was Lestat's bestie. But because of Lestat telling her that she needed to burn the body and him not being able to change Charlie because, basically she killed him and he made her watch, like, listen, you made this mistake. This is your mistake. You need to watch this. This is what you did. She was 14, yeah. But for her to carry that hatred for all these years, that is why she hates Lestat. For her to carry that torch for all these years is psychotic. Claudia, you got to remember, Claudia was also chopping up body parts of women that had titties, that had body parts that she was not able to have. She was keeping souvenirs. She was eating twice as much, keeping souvenirs, hiding them in her closet, in her room. She was not properly disposing the bodies. And Lestat was like, we need to discipline her. She is out of control. She's going to get us caught. Louis said, you can't discipline her. You can't touch her. You can't say nothing to her because that's my baby, period. Lestat was demoted from, like, he wasn't even he was the mother. He was Claudia's actual mother, honestly. Because Claudia has his blood. He was demoted from being the mother to being like step parent to like uncle. He wasn't even that. He wasn't even allowed to discipline his own fledgling. Louis came in there with an ulterior motive. He wanted Lestat to specifically bite Claudia so him and Claudia could have that connection. We talking about he was going to do it himself. He wanted to do it himself. It worked out better that way. He was able to have Louis. Louis was able to have Claudia be basically like his baby doll. Break up with Lestat. He wanted to break up with Lestat from shit that Lestat can't control. You started the race riot. Like, what do you want me to do about that? Claudia was supposed to be like Louis' humanity. She was like a representation of his humanity. And then once she wasn't living up to his expectations of what he thought she was going to be, she wasn't human like, he tossed her ass to the side for Armand. Can you imagine me without the burden of her? But Claudia was supposed to fix Louis' issues. That's why he drug her in there like a doll. Because that's all Claudia is. She's a doll. For Louis to change and have fun, she's a pet. People love their pets. Don't get me wrong. I love mine. But, that's what it was. It was ready to kill for him. So he's even worse. Yeah, but they've been courting for months. It was a mutual thing though. They wasn't, he did instantly fall in love with Louis, but Louis instantly fell in love with him back. Like, it was, they're both delusional. That's why I said they're Romeo and Juliet. Girl, they're Romeo and Juliet, codependent, have to constantly be up under each other, can't stand each other, can't, they're both two dramatic queens. But Lestat was the one who made her. So yeah, Louis was on some ish with that. Yes. He laid out the rules. He said exactly what would happen to Claudia. And Louis said, I don't give a fuck. She said I was an angel. I'm I was evil, like she thinks I'm like an angel or whatever. They basically essentially kidnapped this child and made her play their daughter to fix their fucked up marriage. You know what I mean? They like it's really bad. Like, they are the reason why her mind broke. Her mind broke when she was in the coffin. Like, when we're talking her self-harming, Lestat said that she was self-harming, which that meant that Lestat and Louis knew that she was self-harming and ignored it for all these years. They knew she was burning herself in the sun and ignored it. That means they heard her screaming. They all live in the same house. They heard her screaming when she was putting her hand in the fire, when she was having a mental breakdown in her coffin. They knew and they ignored it. Both of them. That's why I have to put Louis on the chopping block, because y'all be trying to make Louis out to be this victim. And I have to let y'all know, Louis is not the victim. He's not. He stopped being the victim. Claudia is the victim. She may not be the perfect victim, but she is essentially the victim. Is she a monster? Is she a terror? Is she evil? Is she horrible? Yes, but she is technically the victim because she did not choose that. Louis chose that. Louis chose that. When he grabbed Lestat by his face and pulled Lestat into that kiss, that was a choice. Now, how we got to the choice was a lot of manipulation, but I'm not going to pretend like Louis did not know that Lestat was speaking to him telepathically and all that. I'm not going to play that game. But yeah, Claudia was supposed to fix the issue in Louis' delusional mind. Absolutely. Yeah. They're both terrible. Everybody, they all felt Claudia. Claudia's my coven. # Claudia's my coven. Yeah. In Daniel's words, Claudia was a band-aid for a shitty marriage. Yeah. They did, but Claudia also wanted Louis to kill Lestat, even though she knew that he loved Lestat and will regret it. She didn't care. Yeah, because Claudia is a psychopath. She's a sociopath. Yeah. And she wanted, in her book, she writes it down. If you're able to read it, I put it on my TikTok. Claudia wanted to break. She didn't just want to kill Lestat. She wanted to break his heart. How better to break Lestat's heart than to have the love of his life kill him in such a brutal and disgusting way? That's what Claudia wanted. She wanted Lestat to fucking suffer. That is the that is the pathology of Claudia. She wanted him to suffer, and to be honest, she wanted Louis to suffer as well. Oops. She did. She loved Louis, but she wanted him to suffer as well. Yeah, she wanted them both to suffer. She did. She did. She did. She did. She did. And she was right to want to do that, because not only a few hours later than that, Louis done choked her ass up and put hands and feet on her. He started a whole fight with Lestat for choking up Claudia, only to choke Claudia up himself, and then allowed Armand to put hands and feet on Claudia. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So you mean to tell me that what? Does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense to y'all? Lestat has been holding his anger and frustration at the situation and the way their lives took a turn, but still was not willing to give up on Louis because of the love he had. Now his disrespectful daughter, who keeps referring to him as a racist, who doesn't respect him, who talks down to him in front of him. Can you imagine being in a relationship with a person and your husband allows your child, the child that you gave birth to disrespect you, and he doesn't say anything to defend you? Do you think I will allow my child to disrespect her father? Does that make sense to y'all? When we talk about Louis and we talk about the things Louis did, does that make sense to y'all? Like, I want to know, would y'all be okay with y'all child disrespecting y'all partner and calling them racist? And now remind you, Lestat's not there, but Lestat is still providing for Claudia and Louis during those years. He still is. Yeah. That's crazy as fuck to me. Like, I can't. And then that goes to the whole Louis. I think he was okay with Armand doing it because Armand was a person of color. But y'all want to talk about that? We could just set that to the side. We could just set that comment to the side, though. Grown men should be more mature. Yeah. Claudia is a victim, not the. Yeah. You're right, but I think she expected him to feel the same way about Lestat as she did, and she was wrong. Yeah, she underestimated Louis' level of codependency and self-hate. She underestimated it. She really did. She really did. Let me see if I can see the comments. Everyone did feel Claudia is a shame. Everyone. Rest in peace, Claudia. Yeah, girl. Fact, she probably wouldn't say, but Louis suffered too. Suffering too would be the cherry on top. Yeah, it would have. It was the cherry on top. It sure was. It sure was. It sure was. Cause she got a kick out of that. It could be that Claudia did experience pure love and acceptance without conditions until Madeline, so she couldn't relate to Louis and his feelings for Lestat. Um, that could be a factor. That can actually, you know what? I'm not mad at that comment at all. I can definitely see that. I agree with Claudia calling out Lestat for being racist, but I also agree with Lestat that the parents should not allow their child to disrespect their partner. Yeah, yeah. You not see the look on Lestat's face as they were playing that chess match, and you see Lestat look over at Louis as Louis hides himself in the book as she start making master comments. Lestat was so in shock. He didn't even really know how to respond because at this point, what happened, and he did apologize to both Claudia and Louis for how he behaved. But you have to understand, Lestat is very frustrated because Claudia gets to say whatever she wants, do whatever she wants, and behave however she wants. And Louis spoils the fuck out of Claudia because he doesn't want Claudia to go nowhere, right? Because Louis wants to give Claudia everything so she don't leave. So now Claudia is like the Eric Carmen. If y'all watch South Park, she's like Eric Carmen. She's like a spoiled, teenage brat who feels like she has the world at her fingertips, and she low-key does because she has the power and the power to do everything that she wants to. And she weaponizes Louis' love for her against Lestat, and vice versa. So yeah, like the look on Lestat's face as his face falls as the child that he gave birth to calls him a racist and basically refers to him as master. Like, and he's looking like, I have been around when slavery was real. I have taught you how to drive, taught you how to play the piano, taught you French, bought you everything you wanted, anything you could possibly ask for. I'm not understanding. So it goes through the whole thing of you guys are trying to get something out of me that I physically cannot give you. I physically cannot give you what you're looking for. Like, I am a predator. I have been a vampire for a long time. I'm not the most stable. And I'm trying to appease you guys. I don't really know what y'all want from me. I don't know how to give it to you. I don't know how to communicate. I don't have my humanity like y'all. Louis and Claudia still have their humanity to a degree. Lestat doesn't. So you have Lestat missing a lot of these social cues, and then he's also missing the racist part, like because Lestat can't identify because he's not black. So there's a lot of disconnect going there. There's a lot of miscommunication, and it's unfair. It's unfair. Lestat don't know no better when it comes to the racist stuff. Is there are no classes. He can't Google. Nowadays you could say, oh, like explain racism. Like Lestat's like, I'm not from America. Like, I don't have like the racism is not the same level. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to ask of me. Like, I have been buried under the ground for like 100 years. I don't know what it is that y'all like. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. And you can kind of see that. Like, even when Louis starts talking to me, he's like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Louis was dead ass wrong. But I feel like there should have been some type of dialogue. I definitely feel like it should have been something. I don't like when you do this and this and this. This feels like this and this and this. You mean to tell me that y'all been in the house for 77 years and y'all just try to avoid race, just like y'all just now asking about Lestat's backstory? It's like, what's going on? Did y'all just all live in denial? Like, what's going on? Y'all been in the house. Louis done been in that house with Lestat for so many years, just now asking about his maker. That is, I can't. I can't. I can't. Like, what do you mean? I'm on Claudia's side though, because I would have called out Louis too. Somebody got to have a backbone in that house, and it clearly won't Louis. Yeah. Look, everybody felt Claudia, absolutely yes. But why did you go back to Paris? You and Matt were giving it out. Why? Because she is always going to come back for her daddy Lou in some shape or fashion. I didn't understand how she was able to sit at that dinner table with Armand. Like, it's just so weird to me how they give Lestat the most shit for everything, but somehow she's able to sit at a table with her abuser again, like, and just be unfazed and be able to like drink in front of him, and y'all have this family fucking dinner. You can forgive Armand, but you can't forgive Lestat. Like, I'm confused. Like, it's so confusing to me. Like, I'm confused. Is anybody else confused? How were you able to sit at a table with Armand, who choked and abused you, but you couldn't forgive Lestat? Like, huh? Claudia was loyal to Louis, but she still wanted to visit him. Yeah. It makes sense. Parents are supposed to be united. From disrespecting one another is an absolute no. Yeah. I get that, but why not tell Louis to meet near the border or somewhere else? Yeah, yeah. I'll never understand that. I don't understand it either. I wish she had betrayed Louis though, because Louis betrayed her many times. He didn't deserve her love or loyalty. Yeah. When he said that Claudia and Madeline left, and he was sitting there trying to cut the blood out of his fucking veins from Madeline because he feels disgusted that he's linked to another person who he has no connection or feelings for. And he basically tells Armand, Claudia left and I do not care. I do not care. That came out of his mouth. I don't care at all. She left. I don't care. You was right. I should never did that shit for her. That is what he said. Louis was sick of Claudia. He hates Claudia in season 2 because he feels like she took the love of his life away. He feels like he would never get that love that he had with Lestat. Claudia never forgave Armand for abusing. She just tolerated him because Louis was with Armand. So she had to tolerate him the same way she did with Lestat and Louis were together. She stayed for Louis. Child, I don't feel that way. I feel like she was like, oh, I'm enduring. Like, no, it felt different to me. It felt different to me because Lestat had tried to talk to her. He tried to appease her. He tried to be nice to her. We endure each other. Like, he tried. Armand didn't do none of that. Armand didn't do none of that. He was she was just able to sit at the table. They was able to laugh together. It was just odd. It was just very odd. Like, even through all the shit that Armand forcing her to relive her trauma, she still went and asked Armand to have Louis ask Armand to bite Madeline because, oh, I just can't have Lestat's blood in her. So you go to the man who wants you dead, who abused you and hates your fucking guts. You wanted Louis to manipulate him into biting Madeline? Like, you were that confident in Louis' control over Armand that you, girl, no. No, 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 no. No, you're confused. I'm confused. We're all confused. Very confused. Very confused. Like, very confused. Like, if y'all know exactly how to make Lestat happy, everybody was getting along during the last episode when y'all were fucking pretending. Lestat took y'all to the movies. He was bringing y'all dinner. Like, he was, once you was like able to be nice to him and like play a song that he liked, Lestat had no problem with you leaving the motherfucking house and doing what you wanted to do. Like, all you did was had to flatter Lestat a little bit and then be like, you know what? Y'all have fun. I'm going to go here. Like, that's all you really had to do was play the game. And you couldn't play that game with Lestat. It would have been so much easier. I think it's because Armand was really a stranger. Lestat was her family. It cuts deeper when family treats you poorly. Agreed. But you could play the fuck out of family, though. Lestat hated your ass, but he made sure you was still wearing plaited skirt, Chevron, and all type of expensive. He still made like Lestat. Lestat still had you in chiffon. He had you in Louis Vuitton. He still had you dripped out in Gucci, girl. Like, you could have said, y'all know what? You could have left the house on good terms. You could have been like, you know what? I'm gonna come visit y'all and do all of this, and you could have sat them both down like, hey, I know I abandoned y'all the first time, but now that we're all on a better page, I want to go visit X, Y, and Z. Uncle Les, can you give me the money? Lestat would have hurried to give you that fucking money. Like, go, girl, go on y'all trip. Bitch, you could have said, yeah, I'm just going to go visit a town, and then you could have hugged Louis or made sure the house was in order in a good space before you pieced the fuck out and not return. Like, you really could have played the fuck out of them. What you said, I don't think it's any different than the situation with Lestat, other than the fact that Lestat was her maker and family figure. She obviously didn't care about that. Yeah. Claudia also thought she had the coven, but unfortunately she didn't. That's why she tolerated, like, a room. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, girl, like, you could have planned something with Santiago, really, because Santiago was really on your side. Like, he was really on your side until you started, like, abandoning the coven and, like, lying to the fucking coven. Like when I tell you that Santiago was standing 10 toes down for Claudia, he really hated Louis. He hated Louis and Armand. Girl, he really wanted to initiate your ass into the coven, but you kept running around with this fucking pedo dressmaker. You was running around with her and breaking all the rules. So yeah, we had to kill two birds with one stone. Claudia's the type of person to tolerate abusers and men she know ain't shit for the sake of trying to stick by Louis. Sad. I'm confused by that because women in real life do that. I'm not confused by that because women in real life do that. Whew, that will always be confusing to me. Unfortunately, I think it stopped home. James. Yeah. I gotta go early, but I'll watch the rest of the replay. Thanks. I had so much fun. I had so much fun too, y'all. Have a nice night, everyone. Yeah, I think she had codependency issues with Louis. Yeah. Yeah. What y'all really want to hit on? What topic y'all want to hit on? What topic y'all want to hit on today? When it comes to interview, y'all could just send me y'all questions now, cause we've been going since 7:00. It's damn near 9 now. Honestly, I think I wish she had teamed up with Santiago and helped him kill Louis, especially after he betrayed her for another abusive man. Girl, that would have been some tea. Season 3 theories. Y'all tell me y'all season 3 theories. Go. What y'all think about season 3? What y'all think about season 3? What y'all hope for season 3? Like, season 3 is going to be so much fun. It's obviously the season because everybody is like, they're promoting the show more. So that lets you know that the series doesn't start until now. Like, we are no longer in the past. Like, we're in the present. We're getting a little bit of past, but we're here. They're gonna have Lestat hook up with Akasha. Yeah, like if Louis gets to hook up with Armand, Lestat should be able to hook up with Akasha for sure. Like, we should be able to see that love story play out, see how that goes. I want to see another powerful woman on my screen. I'm expecting a lot of sex scenes in season 3. Yeah, rock, roll, drugs, mental breakdowns. I'm ready to see all of it. I really want for Lestat. I want to see season 1 from Lestat's point of view, like the snippets from season 2. That would be dope. But I think they're gonna have a hard time doing that because of Bailey. You know, the first actress will play Claudia. But I feel like they can do it. I feel like I'm over it. Just reshoot it. reshoot it. I can suspend my disbelief, honestly. Gabrielle de Lioncourt, yes. I want to see Lestat's mother. Lestat does female rage so well. So well. He is the evil stepmother. And I want to see his mother played out on my screen as well. I think that would be so interesting. Like, you know, like Lestat is clearly over it. He's over Daniel. He's over this book. He's over how he's betrayed. He hates the way how everything is going. He obviously, like, his house is still fucking destroyed. He probably has like another place where he's living at. You know, hopefully by the end of like season 4, maybe him and Louis live together again. Like, I can definitely see them not being a couple, but definitely like cohabiting, like exes, like we forgive each other, you know. I think Daniel and Lestat will come frenemies by the end of season 3. I think so too. I think so too. But I think Lestat is annoyed. Like, when we saw like Lestat was literally in the parking lot having sex and killing someone, and he didn't even come inside the building. He was so upset. He was upset about everything. He was upset about this book. You know, he's Louis' friend, so he can't touch, you know, Daniel, but he's like angry, he's pissed. And, you know, yeah, like, I want to see the love story with Nikki as well. Yeah, I do too. I want to see what really went down, like, between Nikki, Armand, and him. And I want to see how they're going to betray it. Yeah, Gabrielle is coming. I don't know how much screen time they're going to give her because she's only be in the flashbacks. I could deal with that. You know, I wouldn't mind them casting a younger Lestat. Like, that would be fun as well. Like, cast a young Lestat before Lestat was a vampire and him killing the wolf or something like that. They're going to tell Lestat's past to his side of the story. I would eat that up. Also, Nicholas being turned and that whole ordeal. That would be fire because we know that he didn't take it well. He didn't take the bite well. I want to see like how deranged Armand is. I want to see Armand from Lestat's point of view. And when his book, like, we already saw how Louis views Armand. He views him as a doormat. How Armand likes to betray himself. I want to see the real Armand. I think that would be cool. We only saw glimpses of the real Armand when he was with Daniel. So now we get to see the real him and that relationship. Give me all the Brad Pitt. Yeah. And they need to play it out for 2 seasons. Sam is definitely going to play all those that scenes himself unless they show him. Yeah. Get a kid. Get a kid, a French kid who could play that little version. I want to see him and young Nikki, and then do it like how y'all did House of Dragon. Like they be in the first few scenes, and then y'all cross over to like present day Lestat. It'll be fire. Sam is going to do as much of Lestat as possible. That would be fire. That would be fire. Like I'm ready, you know what I mean? Like I'm really ready for this. Like, you know, like the way the promos going, the way they keep, you know, trying to tell us like, listen, like this is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been waiting for. It's clear everybody been waiting on this. This is where the story starts. Like, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready for Lestat to be manic and all his bipolarness. Like, as you can see, the icon, the image on my screen, Lestat is not okay. He's not okay. He's been in isolation for 77 years. He's clearly going through some things. His house still is fucked up because of the tornado. You know what I mean? There is a lot of fucked up shit going on. Like, you know, we still Lestat's father, we still need to see him, his brothers, you know, Lestat being a priest. I would love to see it. You know, Lestat in the circus, would love to see it. Like, I want to see this stuff. You know, I want to see it. Like, I feel like it needs to be played out. I want to. It's gonna be fire. Like, it's gonna be real fire. See Sam as Lestat, so we're gonna focus on that. No kid actors, just adults. Kid actors, it's a toss of a coin. They could be really good or they could be really fucking awful because they're kids. I hope they don't go that far in the back of his life. There was a cameo in Mayfair, which is that'll be fire. I cannot wait for Sam to sing "Darling Nikki." The Princess Star says that he sees a little prince in Lestat. Ooh, love that. I'm ready for more period pieces and intricate robots. Yes, 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 yes. Give me the period pieces and the Victorian era wardrobe. Like I'm ready. Like they ate up the first season with like the 50s, the Jim Crow, like the outfits, the hair, the suits. Like I'm ready for that. We didn't see Louis as a kid, so they don't need to do Lestat as a kid. Just stick to his adult story. That'll be fire. Either way, I'm satisfied. Thanks for this channel, girl. Thank you. Thank y'all for coming here. Thank y'all for supporting. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be so fire. Like I'm just ready. Like I'm ready. Like I saw a lot of people, the naysayers, they were like online. They was like, "Oh, y'all thirsting over this mediocre white man." I said, "Y'all Louis fanatics are so lame to me, especially when y'all have not read the book." I said, first of all, ain't Jacob biracial? So he's white too. And he's married to a white woman. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all be so annoying. Lestat grew up in the 18th century first, so they going to do, yes. We saw a bit of it in Armand's flashback. That would be fire. That would be fire. Fucking fire. Fucking fire. Like, y'all, this shit is about to be so good. Like, it's going to be so good because we get to see Lestat be himself. And I hope they continue to play Lestat as bipolar and autistic. And, you know, like, I hope they lean into that a lot. Like, because, you know, the way Sam does it, he does like these like little ticks and these head tilts. And he plays it like Lestat is clearly like mentally ill. Like he's not doing this because, you know, he's trying to show off to the world. He's doing that because he definitely has a personality disorder. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he's like, oh, he's dehydrated. Like he does these like little shakes, these little quirks, these little head tilts. Like you're clearly standing across from somebody who is psychotic, and it's fun to like play with that because it's not an act, it's who he is, you know, like, and I love it. Has anybody ever watched America's Got Talent? Yes, yes. Thank you. Love to talk interview. Thank you too. This will be the best season because this is what Sam been waiting for. He about to eat. Yeah, he is. Prince Peacock is his name. As a fellow, not virgin. Yes, yes. Like Sam plays it so well, like down to the head tilts, the little twitches that Lestat do, the head tilts, the shake of the hand. Like you could tell, like he's on the spectrum. Like it's not like he's not being an asshole to like be an asshole. Like he's being blunt and he's saying what he wants to say because he's autistic. And to be honest, I think they should really dive into all of the vampires, all of their mental illnesses. You know what I mean? Like I think that, you know, Armand definitely gives OCD, you know, Louis schizophrenic. I think we should really dive into that and play into that. Them being mentally ill. I feel like that is fun. Like it's fun to see that be portrayed on screen and not just for like, oh, they're edgy, you know, they're angsty. Like, no, like they're actually mentally ill. And I feel like we should like get that. Like we should see that played out. We should definitely see that played out. You know what I mean? Like, and you want to know something? I think that's also why Louis was so drawn to Lestat because Lestat was on the spectrum just like Paul was. And we all know that Paul was the closest person in Louis's life. Louis actually has whatever Paul has. Remember, because when Louis tried to like commit suicide when he was on them drugs, he kept talking about how the birds are talking to me. Do you hear the bird? She's calling me. That's exactly what Paul was doing. So like, you know, you're not supposed to bite somebody who has disability or that is mentally ill or anything like that. So they don't have no scanners. They can't like read anybody's fucking mind. They don't know what mental illness is. So like you're biting a bunch of people not knowing that you are biting mentally ill people and they have to be mentally ill for all eternity. You know what I mean? Louis literally has a mental illness. Yes. Too. And he talks the shit that wasn't there. Yes. Yes. Louis eventually got whatever. I feel like the vampire bite enhances whatever diseases or anything that you have in you, it heightens it. Which is why when we see Daniel, he talks like he doesn't have like a filter anymore. Like Louis, like Daniel was very much cautious. Like I'm not saying that the bite didn't give him like a boost of confidence, but like you know, when it comes to Daniel, his misogyny has been on like full fucking display lately. You know what I mean? Like he's been, I don't know how to describe it, like not arrogant, but almost like he got fucking like Tourette's or like Asperger's. Like he just be saying anything that come the fuck out of his mouth. Like he really like almost like he's on drugs again. Like you know, it's real interesting. It's that apart from why I like the show is the realness. Yeah, yeah. You said it as I was typing, Jaeger. It said telepathic soulmate energy. Yeah. The rules were not to turn anybody who's mentally ill and let's not turn them in chronic, yeah, and depression. Uh-huh. You said I gotta go. It's fun, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm about to end the stream. It was fun talking to y'all. Thank y'all for coming in and showing the fuck out. Love you guys. I'm heading out. Okay, peace. Bye.